y'all. You know what I'm talking about. Best record in the NBA, first and rebound first and everything, goddamn it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello and welcome to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The regular season on its last legs. We can almost taste the playoffs from here. Kenny, how do they taste?
Wait, hold on. Ooh, it tastes like chicken.
Barbecue chicken?
Oh, yeah.
Our featured matchup tonight out in New York, where the Knicks will be going up against the Chicago Bulls. One of the teams right now playing very consistently. It's been a fantastic season for them, and this could be one of its most memorable nights, as a win here gives them the best record in the league. Well, as we know, the value of great outside shooting perhaps never higher than it is right now. Kenny, in your mind, who are the premier shooters in the game?
I'll tell you, it's obvious that the Splash Brothers, Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, top two guys shooting the basketball. Kyle Korver's right up there. An undervalued, underrated shooter, Carmelo Anthony.
Stop it. You name Carmelo before you name Dirk Nowitzki, before you name Damian Lillard, before you name Kevin Durant. I'll even put Jose Calderon.
Oh, you're kidding me. Over
Carmelo, yes, all day, every day.
Carmelo?
Yes.
Give me a shooting contest, Jose versus Carmelo. I'm taking Carmelo every night.
You set it up. Jose, what's up, Poppy?
May 23rd, Shaq.
May 23rd.
Let's go down to Kevin Harlan.
It's time for some hoops at the home of the New York Knicks. We're bringing it to you live on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Latina, a celebration of Latin culture in the league. It's become an annual tradition and a very good one. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. The Knicks happy to return to New York after the road trip. They presently occupy that final playoff spot. Up a game as the regular season winds to a close, but no time to relax.
And you know what? They don't want to get swept on the season series. 3 straight losses against this group this season, so some extra motivation here tonight.
Greg, you look at how their matchups have gone to this point, and it's not going to be easy. Hard to not have some doubt creep in. So this game will be a test of not just their talent, but their will and resolve, too.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Taking a look at the Bulls. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Rose is the 1 with Butler as the 2. And it's Snell in at the 3. And again, it's Roy Hibbert. Hibbert's got his second bucket.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two.
It's stolen by Anthony. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Here's Hibbert. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Greg. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well.
And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
This all no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And a follow kicks to Galloway. Hibbert with a screen on Rose. Here's Porzingis. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency, the challenge for Hibbert.
Here's Anthony after the made shot from Joakim Noah. Anthony, the pass to Porzingis. 6 on the shot clock. Hibbert with a screen for Anthony. Here's the floater. Chicago grabs the miss. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against the defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
New York leading by 3. He dishes it to Galloway. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Anthony. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
It is so hard to contain him. He just seems to get it done however he has to do it.
Here's Gasol. And again, no good by Chicago.
Just cannot find the rhythm. Still yet to hit a shot this quarter.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
And finished off by Rose.
And Kevin, who says a point guard should look to pass first? I mean, not when you can finish like this fella.
Well, Clark, he wasn't going to give that opportunity up to a teammate.
Well, you know, Kevin, that's one he'll always take himself, and he should. I mean, you can't pass up that kind of opportunity or fun.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
And he had the nice soft touch with it, too.
The drive by Anthony. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Anthony's got his second bucket of the night.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautiful.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint. So I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
Derek Williams checked in for the Knicks. So he can't get either to fall.
And you guys, he was once considered a tweener, but now I think Derek Williams has kind of settled in to that 4 position. Seems to be the best position fit for him at this stage of his career.
And it's the Bulls with the ball, following the score by New York. That's good. And it's the Knicks with the ball, leading by 5. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Yeah, I had the chills watching that. It really was a nightmare defensively for them when you go into that building and get punished by some very hot shooting.
They didn't challenge the shooters. They didn't defend the shooters like they should have. And once the fans got into it and the arena started ramping up, it was over.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man, listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with a wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Noah with the block.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the board.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Cutting into the lead with a huge one-hand throwdown.
That's how to get your team back into it.
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, guys, that might also put a little spark into those guys.
Here is Williams. The Bulls getting the bucket. Outside Anthony. Hibbert with a screen on Butler. And a follow wide open. He shoots. And then Hibbert with the dunk.
And Kevin, plays like that are really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Clark, look at them. They are really into it.
Yeah, they sure are. And that's a little salt in the wound there. I mean, they take a miss and turn it into one of the plays of the game. That hurts.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Tony Snell. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Well, talking about Roy Hibbert, he doesn't just have size. He has a strong lower body, too. Very hard. And you know this, Clark. You worked for the organization. You saw it firsthand. Very hard to back that guy down in the post.
Yeah, and for years he's worked on ways to complement that size with improved training and footwork, even indulging in MMA one offseason. I'll tell you what, he'd be one scary super heavyweight if he went the full distance in MMA.
Agreed.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Shots good from Butler.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And here is Anthony. After Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer, Anthony with the bucket.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Ultra impressive, guys. Caught them off guard, and they've taken the momentum in this game now.
Boy, this game is off to a flying start.
Yeah, we're seeing some high-octane offense from both sides in this one.
And the call will be against Langston Galloway. That's his first foul. Kevin Serafin is checked in for Roy Hibbert. Chicago also making some changes. Portis comes in for Joakim Noah. And Taj Gibson is subbed in for Pau Gasol. And he gets it to go.
And he placed that pass out in front of him and let him just run into it in rhythm.
Now let's find out what head coach Derek Fisher had to say to DB. Doris?
Kevin, he's adamant that they'll need a huge effort from their big men to avoid losing all 4 games in this season series. He said our bench can make an impact in the paint and provide that deterrent with their shot blocking. But it's also incumbent on all our players to dig in defensively and show what we're all about. Kevin, we'll see if they can gut this one out.
Thanks, Doris. So defense, it looks like, coming first for them today.
That's their identity. That's what they're all about. Their defense is really what sparks them.
And that has to be their spark if they're going to be successful. I mean, everything for them starts at the defensive end of the floor.
So it's Chicago now, following the score by New York. And it's Butler missing.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
He gives them a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point New York lead.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
At some point, guys, it comes down to pride. Start banging on your chest and get after it from your heart. I mean, you've got to at least offer some resistance. You can't just let guys do what they want in there.
Chicago on defense. After Aaron Aflalo getting his shot to go from deep. Serafin. Mirotic grabs the miss. Bulls trail by 10. Ahead. Will it go? And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
It was Amundsen who's checked in for New York. And so Butler nails both of them. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
2 shots.
And back to Mirotic last season. Per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
And, you know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off.
Shots good by Gibson.
You know, that's been a big part of their offense in the early stages. I mean, their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range, right at the rim.
And Clark, they might as well keep doing it. I mean, attack the basket until the defense makes an adjustment.
That's good.
Now off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
New York leading by 8. 1:57 left here in the first quarter. Aflalo, that's good.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And stolen by Williams. Here's Galloway. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And equally as impressive, the playmaking. Just sensational. The way he was seeing the court and making the game easy for his teammates.
Just 5 on the clock. They set the pick. And the Knicks.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Bulls trail by 13. Portis can't get it to go. New York's gone 4-7 from three-point range so far in the first.
What's going on, man?
Now Amundsen. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Here's Galloway. Pass to Seraphin. New York needs to get off a shot. Pulls up on the elbow. And there's another one for the Knicks.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Shot's good by Gibson. There's 42 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Galloway. Brooks covering. The three from Aflalo. But they get it back. Amundsen can't hit. Bulls trail by 13. Butler kicks to Gibson, and he jams it with authority.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Here's Galloway. 9 points in the game so far. The feed to Seraphin. Got it off in time, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And they're making
And the Gasol brothers, both starters in the All-Star game last season. It's the first time that's happened.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way two of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become two of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Yeah, and especially, Kevin, when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers, who traded him to Memphis for his brother.
And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, they've gotten the three-pointer to fall tonight as well. That's equally as important.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. At the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Brooks out there with Rose. And it's Mirotic in at the 3, the small forward. Bulls trail by 11. Rose kicks to Mirotic. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Kept alive. Here's Porzingis. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Porzingis has got 5.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
They set the pick. Thomas a screen. Aflalo, no good.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
They're really trying, man.
Galloway, the pass to Aflalo. Outside Thomas. New York moving it around. Here's Seraphin. Ball's knocked loose. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Kevin Serafin. And Chicago also making a switch. Snell's checked in. Mirotic gets the bucket.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
You can see he just rushed that a little bit. Lost the focus, I think.
And it's Chicago scoring again.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Galloway. He's covered by Rose. Here's Porzingis. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys. Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
And the Knicks making a change here. Anthony's checked in.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
Rose dishes to Mirotic from 15 feet away. Can't hit, so New York will take it the other way. There's Galloway. 9 points in the game so far. To the inside, Anthony. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got his 7th assist in the game.
Their interior defense has been dismal.
Yeah, they're losing the battle in the paint.
Snatched up. The shot's good from Gasol. Gasol's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Knicks have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And the technical free throw is good.
This is garbage, man. Like, this is not like me how I'm playing.
And Aflalo kicks to Galloway. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. And that one goes long. Bulls trail by 15. Carmelo Anthony, the 3rd pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings.
The shot's good from O'Quinn. The Bulls have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Gasol, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Room service delivery right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed.
To the middle, here's Porzingis. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Porzingis has got 6 in the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Rebound by the Bulls. They get to take on the Magic in Orlando after this one. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. The Knicks leading by 13. Galloway, the pass to Aflalo. Here's Porzingis. 14 points from him the last game against the Bulls in Chicago.
And defensively, guys, he was just all over the place, forcing turnovers and applying terrific ball pressure. And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. Derrick Rose has certainly piled up the awards for such a young player, starting with Rookie of the Year, With the 111 first-place votes to only 5 for the runner-up, we know about his MVP, and that just shines out so brightly for him.
And how about he and Michael Jordan, the only MVPs in Chicago Bulls history?
Here's Mirotic. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. And that's now 10 points for Nikola Mirotic. New York leading by 11. Here's Galloway. 10 points for him. Gasol with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Goes up.
Oh, wow.
It's a beautiful jam.
Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Galloway kicks to a follow. Passes it to Galloway from downtown, and that one's good. Galloway's got 13.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play. Boy, they are passing the ball very crisply right now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Inside, and it's Anthony with the jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
They set the screen. Down low, here's O'Quinn. The shot no good. Great defense that time from Noah.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Good. 12 points for Nikola Mirotic.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
For Carmelo, the numbers are there for him to be treated as a Tier 1 star still, I think, Clark, but it's hard to call him underrated.
Yeah, I think he'll be underrated until he's able to get to the championship round or maybe even win a ring. There's one thing that's clear, though. He's been under a lot of pressure since he's come into the league, and he hasn't been underrated in that regard.
Here's Snell. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. He's 0 of 2 at the line in this one. That's good from Snell. And New York making a change here. Williams is checked in. Brooks checked in for Chicago. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Knicks leading by 7. Galloway kicks to Williams. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make them pay.
Here's Butler, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
And the shot is good. 16 points for Aaron Aflalo.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Here's Galloway. 13 points in the game. He kicks to Aflalo from 11 feet away. And here we go. By himself, rips down the breakaway slam.
And really just straight to the basket with a full head of steam.
Well, if you're going to throw it down, make sure you throw it down with force.
Here's Galloway. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game. Williams a screen. Aflalo with another miss.
He hit a 3 in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
Good on that shot. With that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Brooks.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Aflalo. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Aflalo's got 18 points in the game.
What a passing display he has put on here tonight.
Yeah, he's spoiling us, Greg. I mean, there's just another fantastic dime dropped right there. That one certainly should make the highlight reel.
Uncovered. That's a basket. His 8th from the field, 8 of 14.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot. Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish. So still, I like that. Pretty one-handed flush.
No good from Gibson. New York leading by 10. Williams attacking. Another shot. They shoot again. It's deflected. Butler against Williams. From deep. Snell, that's good. Snell's got 11 points. And so it's New York with it. We've got 1:23 left here in the second. There's Afflalo. That's good. And so Galloway with the assist. 22 points for Aaron Afflalo.
Moving it around. 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
New York's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. Galloway kicks to Williams. Again, the miss by Williams. Bulls trail by 9. To the inside. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Even when they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular. And he pulled it off.
Well, maybe, yeah, maybe this is the best time to do it.
I agree. I mean, now's when you need a spark, something electric to get your teammates fired up. As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly, he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Hibbert. And Thomas subbed in for Aaron Afflalo.
He had his head on the swivel and was able to pick out the pass and get the assist.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. That one's in there. The New York lead is cut down now to just 7 on the basket from Portis. New York's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Galloway, the pass to Seraphin. From 11 feet away, and again, it's New York.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Here's Gibson, and it's sent back by Amundsen. And that concludes the first half. Knicks lead by 9. And now let's catch up with Doris Park,
I'm going to
who's
catch
standing
up.
by
I
on the
listen to a
sideline.
sauce when I win in the third quarter.
Well, Roy, a terrific.
It's the
Listen to a
2K
sauce
Sports
when I
Halftime
win in the
Show.
third quarter. That's crunch time.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They lead by 9 points. Shaq, we'll start with you. How do you think they played?
Well, they're out in front tonight.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Talk about complete control. Everything working in this one for Afflalo. He's got 24 points and a huge helping of assists as well.
No doubt about it. He's the conductor, the band leader, Clark. And this offense has really performed at a high level.
They've got Anthony. Porzingis is out there with Roy Hibbert. Then there's Afflalo. And it's Galloway in at the point. That's the 5 for New York right now. Afflalo dishes to Anthony. There's the pick. And it's Anthony again missing. Bulls trail by 7. Here's Rose. Anthony with the block. Here's Galloway. Fires from deep. Carmelo Anthony, and that's good. Anthony's got 19 points.
He's got some serious momentum going right now. He's been great all day. Even last game, he was on fire.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
The Knicks leading by 8. Galloway kicks to Afflalo. Porzingis passes to Afflalo. That's good. 26 points for him.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's Gasol, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. The Bulls have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw line tonight. The first free throw is good.
At the line for 2.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Galloway kicks to Afflalo. Anthony dishes to Afflalo. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists tonight.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
And let's take a quick look at some stats for Noah. Just an incredible month of basketball. 4th in field goal percentage, 5th in blocks, and ranked among the top 10 in scoring. He can fill it up with the best of them.
And he's such an efficient scorer. I mean, he understands the offense. He moves well without the ball. I love what he does out there offensively.
Here's Galloway, rejected by Gasol. And here we go, the Bulls fast break and slam dunk by Butler.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Pass to Porzingis on the wing of Afflalo. Puts one up from 19. Not enough on that one as it misses.
I tell you what, folks, I bet he won't miss that shot next time he takes it.
Here's Gasol. Again, the miss by Gasol. The Knicks leading by 8. Outside Anthony. Hibbert in the high post. Goes up to the stripe. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Snell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. That's a 2 from Butler. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Butler's got 19 points.
And for Jimmy Butler, so much improvement over his young career, especially as a shooter. His rookie year, he shot just 18% from 3. Last season, he shot 38% from there.
Chicago making a switch here. Mirotic has checked in. New York's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%. 7 of 13 on threes. Hibbert hits the bucket.
Great unspoken communication between teammates, leading to the nice assist and the easy score.
There's the pass to Noah. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 14 points for Joakim Noah.
A splendid pass that time by Rose.
And yes, sir, that one drops. And the Knicks lead by 8.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Here's Galloway. He's covered by Rose. Hibbert with the screen. On its way from Afflalo for 2. No luck. And in Chicago the other way. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
And the last time these teams met, it was a walk in the park, and everybody got in on the act. Their bench was spectacular in that win.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, the starters were extremely happy to get some rest and let the bench guys do the heavy lifting. Definitely a feel-good win for the team.
That's good. Galloway has got 15.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. He made it look easy that time.
It's rebounded by Noah. Noah's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Ball stolen.
Yeah, don't do that.
Afflalo goes in.
Follow.
Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Knicks. Galloway, the pass to Aflalo. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. 30 points for Aaron Aflalo.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Shot's good. 16 points for Rose.
No matter what the score is, his attitude has been perfect. I love his disposition. He has stayed in attack mode.
Aflalo, no good. Chicago trailing here. To the middle for the tie. Derrick Rose again. Rose has got 12 points here in the second half.
Really not hard to see why they're giving up points on this run. I mean, they've just given them too many looks inside.
Yeah, and usually when a team goes on a run like this, it's because they are getting too many opportunities on the inside to make them beat you from deep.
We've seen Aaron Aflalo really having a great game.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down.
Rose kicks to Mirotic. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Anthony's got his third rebound tonight. He feeds it to Galloway. Down low. Gasol with the steal. Oh, and here comes Rose all alone. It's Butler that time on the assist from Mirotic. Mirotic has got 4 assists in the game.
I can't believe defenders are not aware. They cannot allow him that position.
Yeah, you're right about that, Greg. He's put a no trespassing allowed on that spot of the floor. It's all his.
And here's Aflalo for 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Mirotic throws it down.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
They sure did, Greg. And I like the fact they never put their chin in their chest when they were down early. I mean, they were down big early. They were composed, and they never got desperate and stayed within themselves. Very impressive.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Anthony kicks to O'Quinn. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Paul Gasol. The Knicks have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
A different look for New York. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Porzingis. Derek Williams comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Lance Thomas in for Aaron Aflalo. Then for the Bulls, Portis, he's checked in for Noah. Gibson comes in for Pau Gasol. And Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. They set the pick. Galloway kicks to Serafin. That one rolling around and rims out. The Bulls leading by 3. Gibson passes to Portis.
And a moment to see numbers for Mirotic. He's averaging 11 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
That free throw, no good. It was Amundsen. He's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. No good on the second free throw. 3 from downtown since halftime. Galloway kicks to Williams. Feeds it to Galloway. They double him with Butler. Kicks it to Amundsen. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Galloway. And the Knicks miss again.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
On the wing, Williams, covered by Mirotic. Williams in the post. Mirotic is there. Tries it from 19. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 7 points for Williams. The Bulls leading by 3. And Brooks, here we go. And the layup is good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Here's Serafin. Chicago grabs the miss.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it. I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Galloway, the pass to Serafin. There's a good screen. Thomas dishes to Serafin. Nice open look, but it's no good.
Oof, rough shooting night tonight, but you can't fault him for the effort.
And, you know, guys, Taj Gibson now has 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
New York moving it around. There's Galloway. Brooks covering. Galloway, no good.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Getting back to Gibson, he was one of the oldest college freshmen in the country at age 21. Played 3 years at USC. Then he was one of the oldest players in the 2009 draft, even though he declared as a junior.
Yeah, I think the NBA is the only profession where it hurts you to have a lot of experience coming out, you know, because that's one reason why he did drop. I mean, had he been a couple years younger, with his length and athleticism, he very well could have been a top 10 pick. But I tell you what, the Bulls are happy that he wasn't.
The dish now to Galloway. Down low. Here's Serafin. The Knicks rebound.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Butler. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Butler's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
And you've always heard of guys being in a zone shooting, but you can be in a zone passing the basketball, and we've seen that tonight as well.
Three-pointers. Snell. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Amundsen kicks to Galloway. But they get it back.
Nice job on the offensive glass.
Thomas passes to Amundsen. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Amundsen's got 8 points.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Gibson. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Gibson's got the lead up to 12 now for Chicago. Galloway kicks to Serafin. Looking to end his cold spell. Chicago grabs the miss. Gibson's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Bulls up by 12. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The Bulls leading by 12. So for Chicago right now, at the 4, it's Gasol with Noah at the 5. Derrick Rose is out there with Brooks, and it's Snell in at the small forward.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
Bring it down hard,
yes,
my brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Brooks from outside. Excellent D there from Aflalo. New York's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed.
Despite the play of the team, I think he's had an outstanding game. He's really done well here.
The Bulls shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. And he gets it to go. And that's 12 points for Aaron Brooks.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, well, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And that's 18 points for Pau Gasol. Knicks trail by 12. Galloway, the pass to Anthony. Hibbert with the screen. Dishes it to Galloway. Pass to Aflalo, and he converts the layup. Aflalo's got 38 points.
And, you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball.
How's that for a quick possession?
Yeah, no hesitation at all taking that one to the basket. Beautifully done.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Rebounded by Anthony. Anthony's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Aflalo dishes to Anthony. And he gets it to go. Anthony's got 23.
And this offensive explosion has narrowed the gap.
Almost happened too late, partner. I mean, their offense didn't come alive until they were nearly out of it, but it is alive now.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Here's Porzingis. Here's Hibbert. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here.
Some really terrific numbers for Roy Hibbert. He has 9 rebounds, and he has 1 steal to his credit as well.
And Clark, he's just done a great job defensively. That 1 steal doesn't tell the whole story.
And that one's good. Brooks.
Boy, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
Galloway kicks to Anthony. Hibbert with a screen on Gasol. Now the feed to Aflalo. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. Aflalo's got 40 points.
You know, when he gets rolling, guys, he can be an absolute handful to have to deal with. And right now, he is rolling strong.
And he gets it to go.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Here's Brooks. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 16 points for Aaron Brooks.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
There's the screen. It's Anthony with the drive. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Anthony's got 9 points here in the second half. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Noah. Aflalo pulls it in. Aflalo's got 4 rebounds in this game. Outside Anthony. Hibbert with the screen. Outside Anthony. Hibbert kicks to Aflalo. That is good. Aflalo's got 44.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Snell. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Locked and loaded tonight. Whenever he's got any kind of a decent look, he's knocked it down.
Well, sans his lights-out shooting, they'd be staring at a huge deficit.
And Anthony gets it to go.
That was the third straight high-percentage look this defense has allowed. I mean, these defenders have got to start bumping bodies in the paint. Be more physical. Be more aggressive.
The game's just far too easy right now when it comes to attacking the basket. They have got to do better.
New York's gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about his toughness, has fought through injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
Both free throws good from Anthony.
And, you know, back to D. Rose for a moment. He drives the lane now as hard as he did before the injuries. It's a level of fearlessness that only a few guys possess. And it's not teachable. You either have it or you don't.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Anthony, the pass to Aflalo. Some solid defense from Gasol.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage. Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
And, you know, back to D. Rose, he grew up in a brutally dangerous neighborhood on Chicago's south side. Some of that fearlessness, that competitiveness he exhibits was learned early on out of necessity.
The Bulls leading by 5. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. 22 points for Rose.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. You want to be aggressive offensively, but at the same time, you need defensive balance so you can get back in transition.
2 shots. No good on the free throw. And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I that result when he stepped up there.
Butler, he's checked in for Brooks. Here's Anthony. There's the screen. He dishes it to Galloway. Back to Anthony. To the paint. The kick out to Aflalo. Shot clock at 6. They grab their own miss. And it will go. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Hibbert.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint. But the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
And that one misses.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major odds just to get to the NBA. Reportedly, his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on, yet he's made it and made it big.
Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Snell from outside. Knicks with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. In the corner, Aflalo with it. Pass to Porzingis. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. No good. That would have tied it. Butler kicks to Rose.
And that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But, Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that you know, just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
New York calls timeout.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Derek Fisher was giving to his team. He loved the work they were doing on the interior, saying, listen, they've got no answer for us inside, and we're not going to let them off the hook now. Keep pounding it down low.
Thank you, Doris.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yes, indeed.
To the inside, Gasol with the steal. Rose dishes to Snell. The kick outside to Butler. Roy Hibbert with the rebound. Knicks trail by 5. Outside Anthony. He kicks it to Galloway. The shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Inside, here's Rose, and it's blocked. Here's a Afflalo.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And that one falls for Aaron Afflalo. Both shots good from the stripe. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. The short rest very important, and one of the benefits of this part of the game is getting on the same page with your team while having the chance to hydrate with Gatorade. Replenish your energy for the late game push. Here's Galloway.
Let's go, Knicks!
Pass to Carmelo. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Now here's Rose, the fast break opportunity. Snell, that's good.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 points coming from inside the painted area.
And really something that the defense has to address.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Pass to Hibbert. Jumper off the screen. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 6 assists here tonight. The Bulls leading by 5. Rose kicks to Butler. Another one falls for Chicago. New York calls timeout. They're down by 7. We've got 1:48 left here in the fourth quarter. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. Anthony with the bucket.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Rose kicks to Butler. Misses the 3.
Boy, just by his body language, Kevin, you can tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Rose has capped the ball.
Another fast break score for them, and they've really made the most of their transition game. It's fun to watch.
Yeah, and the differential there is what stands out for me. I mean, they've also denied those runouts defensively.
On baseline J, Anthony's shot is off.
And, you know, coaches just love players who they can count on to give that effort defensively.
And he clearly is one of those guys, Greg. We saw it right there. Nice work forcing that miss.
Galloway, the pass to Afflalo. New York, no good that time either.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
There's the bucket. Good. That's 36 points for Butler.
Really, to go on the road and play this well and get the win.
Yeah, it's always a good win when you play the kind of game they have played tonight. I mean, especially, though, when you get it done on the road. That's a special, special feeling there.
And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
Here's Noah, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
Galloway with the bucket. Now here's Rose. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
And Gasol gets it to go.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
New York calls timeout. They trail by 10. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's going to get them back in it.
Yeah, who knows what he's drawing up in there, maybe working on a play for down the road in another game, but whatever it is, it's too late for this one.
Portis can't get it to go. Right side, Thomas. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Derek, congratulations on a great win. What was the major thing that turned this deficit around for you guys?
Just playing defense. Our defense turned into offense, and it worked out for us tonight. We definitely don't want to be in that situation, but we just fall our way back into the game.
Derek, thank you. Usually it starts with the defense for this team, Kevin.
Doris, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Derrick Rose. No matter what they threw at him during the second half, it seemed like he had the answer and was able to find all the shots he wanted.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
He was an artist with the basketball tonight, guys. Just a ridiculous amount of assists for him in this game. The way he moved the ball around the court, making sure everyone had their hand in the offense, was superb. That's how you play the point in this league, ladies and gentlemen.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet
NBA,
Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson.
That's what
Have
I am.
a great night.
I have one viewer, that's about it. Most probably don't like my channel.
DJ Khaled.